What up, everybody? It's your man Brian. I just wanted to do a quick video here about physical fitness for comics creators. Now, we all know that what we do is a very sedentary job. Whether you're an artist sitting at an easel all day or a writer sitting at your freaking keyboard all day, either way, it's a very good way of getting sick, of getting fat. There have been certain professionals where, like Tom Sutton, for instance, who was like one of the best horror comic illustrators ever, died very, very young because he was, morbidly obese because he didn't get enough exercise. I think something similar, if I'm not mistaken, happened to Dave Cockrum. So, as much as you love comics, as much as you love making comics, it's not worth dying for. So I'm going to give a couple of suggestions. I'll tell you the stuff that I do. Now look, I'm not going to lie. I'm really not in much of a position to give anybody advice when it comes to physical fitness or eating, diet, nutrition stuff in general. However, I do think a lot of the stuff that I do, while maybe not keep making me, like all ripped and skinny, is at least kept me from completely ballooning up. So I just want to share just a couple of things that I do. Stuff that you can keep in your desk drawer comes in very handy. These little squeezy things. We've all seen these before, right? This is really good for your wrist strength. A couple of things you want to do to avoid getting carpal tunnel syndrome is you want to do stretches. Very, very simple. You just put your hands out like so, lift your palms, go out like that, bring it back in, put your hands down like so. That's kind of what you're doing. It's kind of like the Chinese crane strike, right? You go like that. Bring them back up, and then actually ball your hands into fists. Then also bend those down. You're going to feel it in your tendons. You're going to feel it all in your hands and your wrist, a little bit in your forearm. Very, very, very good way to avoid getting injured. Another thing that you can keep in your desk that I'm really fond of are Kung Fu rings. Yeah, I know this seems a little wacky. You're not going to be able to find these at your local Models or other sporting goods stores. I have these because I practice Hung Gar, which is a type of Kung Fu, which is actually a type of Kung Fu specifically for fat fucks like myself. It's the manner of Kung Fu that Sammo Hung, if you know your Kung Fu movies, you know who Sammo Hung is. You know that he was always on the heavy set side, but could move like greased lightning. Yeah, it's the same thing. It doesn't involve a lot of, let's say, it doesn't involve a lot of kicking. So anyway, what do you do with these? Very basic exercises. You throw your arms out like so. Bring them up. So. You can also do these. Throw your arm out, bring it in. Throw your arm out, bring it in. It also, let's face it, it kind of looks cool or douchey depending on your taste, I suppose. These are also really good. Great for your shoulders. Also great rehab for a rotator cuff injury, I might add. So you can get these at your pretty much any martial arts supply shop, or Amazon.com. Although support small businesses, please. And also from running up and down your arms, it kind of like makes your forearms tougher. So it's better for blocking. So even if you're not interested in Kung Fu, I'm telling you, these are really a solid investment. when it comes to staying in health while it's pretty much spending almost all your time sitting at your desk. Probably the most important thing you can do is to get the fuck up and go for a walk at least once a day. Ideally, I'll go for 2 half-hour walks, which are about like 3 miles a day. And I'm not talking about, the shopping mall shuffle or anything like that. I mean, you want to go for a nice power walk. I particularly don't recommend running or jogging. That could fuck your knees and your hips up. It's worth noting that the guy who was like the jogging guru died of a heart attack prematurely. Obviously, if you're going to keep food at your desk, you don't want to keep naughty stuff. Don't have bowls of M&Ms and other shit like that hanging out. But you might have, I don't know, like I sometimes will keep some hot salty nuts, like some pistachios, almonds, that kind of a thing. Snacks that are loaded with fat, but it's the good fat that your body burns off, and just a fistful will actually satisfy you pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also think of your own ideas. Nothing is one size fits all. So dynamic tension, of course, that's also a kung fu thing. Where you're really flexing your muscles, moving your arms. I think there are other isometrics exercises that are also really good for maintaining your upper body. But yeah, get your fat ass up and move. And, it's what we do. Like I said, it's not a healthy job. But it doesn't have to be unhealthy. I know there are some people that will use a standing desk because sitting is really bad for you. It actually really fucks your body up. If you look up exactly what happens to your body when you're sitting, you'll be horrified, okay? So if you need that motivation, check that out. So that's pretty much all I have to suggest for today. I hope that some of you found this useful and that I didn't make too big of an ass out of myself playing with these things. I can't help it. They're fun. They're fun. And if you're going to do any kind of exercise, it needs to be fun. Because if it's not fun, you're going to find an excuse to not do it. So make sure any exercise that you're doing is something that you enjoy. I also play around with my swords. That always is a great upper body workout, a really good cardio workout, but, not exactly ideal for a basement office space. So anyway, I'm going to wish you all a very, very good day, good evening, wherever you're at, and peace, love, and soul. I am Audi 5000.